Sheet Metal, Exercise 2, with the Focus, Flange, with Match Face, and Secondary tab. The length and position of a flange are subject to many different requirements. The exercise part teaches you about the various length and position specifications used in practice. Bending surfaces can also be adjusted to fit each other. And with the secondary tab, flat areas can be easily expanded. In addition, the exercise demonstrates the mirroring of work steps, especially flanges. Default settings. Create a new sheet metal part. If the sheet metal application is active, you will find the default settings under Menu, Preferences, Sheet Metal. Select a material thickness of 2 mm, and the same for the bend radius. As shown in the first exercise, the BRT value is therefore 1. Also select 2 mm for relief depth and relief width. The meaning of this setting will be shown later in this exercise. To calculate the stretched length, I recommend using the formula method, with the DIN 6935 option, as explained in the first exercise. Now you're ready to go. Create Base tab. Many simple sheet metal parts have flat areas, to which flanges are added. Start the tab command, and create a sketch. A rectangle is sufficient for this component. After completing the sketch, the flat area is created. The thickness is automatically taken from the default settings. Create flange. The first flange should be attached centrally to the short side. Select the bottom edge of the short side. Under Width option, select the At Center setting, to position the flange in the center. The length is 22 mm, and the angle is 90 degrees. But what is 22 mm long? Various options can be selected under Length reference. The option outside corresponds to the specification in the drawing, so this distance. Inside corresponds to the inner length. With web, the flat surface of the flange would be 22 mm long. And the tangent option would correspond to this length, which we will learn about later. Select the outside option for length. The distance across the selected edge is defined by inset. Let's take a first look at the options. With the bend outside option, the bend is of course on the outside. And with material inside, the outer surface of the flange is tangential to the selected edge. The material, in other words the flange, is on the inside. In addition, slots are created on the sides. We will take a closer look at these in the next flange. And with material outside, the inner surface of the flange is tangential to the selected edge. The position can also be shifted using offset. Therefore, select the bend outside option for the first flange. create flange, with offset and relief. The second flange of the clamp has a distance of 60 mm from the first flange. Select the same options as for the first flange, but now select the material outside option for inset. Now the flange can be moved inwards by 6 mm. In order to bend the flange, slots must be created on the sides. The shape and width are controlled here via relief. The square option creates rectangular slots, whose length is controlled by depth. But for both punching and laser cutting, the round shape should be selected. For this option, a depth of 0 is sufficient. The width typically corresponds to the sheet thickness. The Extend Relief option extends the slot outwards. Flange with match face. The distance of a flange can also be defined relative to a selected surface. Under Match Face, select the Until Selected option, and then the inner surface of the first flange. Now you can enter the distance of 60 mm. This makes the position of the second flange completely independent of the size of the sheet metal part. Clearly the better solution. Secondary tab. A flange is always rectangular at first. To change the shape, you can add planar areas using the tab command and the secondary option. A brief example. If a sketch is placed on this flange, an additional planar area can be defined. Once the sketch is complete, the material thickness is adjusted, and the area is united with the component. Another example. I only create a line and an arc. When I finish the sketch, both the line and the arc are extended linearly. The arrow indicates the direction in which the material is added. For complex parts, it may be necessary to reverse the direction of the arrow with a double click. Back to the exercise part. Start the tab command and create a sketch with 2 lines. Once the sketch is fully dimensioned, you can finish the sketch, as well as the command. This completes the first side of the hook. All that's missing now is the corner radius. The break corner command creates both chamfers and fillets. When you select an surface, all edges of the surface are selected and rounded. But you can also select a single edge. Now the 2 steps are mirrored. Add the modeling group to your user interface. Start the mirror feature command and select the last 2 features. Select the new plane option and select the 2 opposite surfaces of the flange. This places the mirror plane exactly in the middle, and the hook on the other side is finished. You can add the hook to the other flange, in the same way. Start the mirror feature command again, select the last three features, and create the mirror plane between the two flanges. Create long flange. You already know the next steps. Select full as the width option, 35 mm as the length, and 90 degrees as the angle. Under length reference, select the inside option to directly transfer the length dimension from the drawing. At the end of the video, there is a practical tip on how to specify lengths in drawings. Under Inset, select the Bend Outside option. The specifications under Relief are irrelevant, as the flange is attached to the outside. The next flange is more exciting again. Once again, the flange is created over the entire length. The length of the flange is 15 mm, measured from the selected edge. First, I select an angle of 90 degrees and the length reference option outside. At this angle, it does not matter whether the material inside or material inside OML is selected, because both edges are at the same height. But if I change the angle to 70 degrees, it makes a difference. Then the outer surface of the flange touches either one edge or the other. Select the inside OML option to adopt the length specification of the drawing. Flanges with matched face. Now follow the two short flanges on the other side. They are positioned using the option at end. The width is 20 mm, the length does not matter, because the next flange is adjusted to the surface of the long flange. A length of just 5 mm is therefore sufficient. Now the next flange can be created. But first, I will create a datum plane. It is not necessary, but it helps to check whether the new flange is really perfectly aligned. The next flange extends over the entire length of the selected edge. Select the tangent option as the length reference. This corresponds to the length dimension from the drawing. With match face, you can adjust the position and angle of the selected surface. Once again, the material inside and material inside OML options produce different results. However, thanks to the previously created datum plane, it is clear that material inside is the correct option. By the way, if you change the angle of the reference surface, the new flange adjusts immediately. This also works in assemblies. This allows you to design a cross strut that adjusts automatically, even if it is moved or the surrounding components change. More on this in later exercises. Now only the last two flanges are missing. The first one is located at the opposite end, and is also 5 mm long. Oops, I have to deactivate the match face option. The second one has the full width. A length of 15 millimeters, measured from the tangent. The material is inside, and is adjusted again to the reference surface, but with an offset of 5 millimeters. Congratulations, you have now finished the exercise part. Finally, here are a few tips. Mirroring of a flange. When mirroring a flange, this option is important. If this option is active, the flange will be placed exactly opposite. Please note that the flange is created in the center of the selected edge. The option is active, so the mirrored flange is positioned exactly opposite. If the option is not active, both flanges are located in the center of the edge. The boundary conditions are therefore transferred to the opposite edge. Length tolerance of a flange. Now for a practical tip. The length of a flange can be dimensioned from the inside or the outside. This has a significant effect on the tolerance specification. This is because sheet metal thickness also has a tolerance. Typically, round about 10% of the material thickness, which in this example is plus minus 0.1 millimeters. If the length of the flange is dimensioned from the outside, the length already has a deviation of plus minus 0.1 millimeters as a result of the thickness tolerance. Added to this is the manufacturing tolerance of the flange, in this example plus minus 0.2 millimeters. The tolerances add up now to plus minus 0.3 millimeters. But if the length is dimensioned from the inside, they do not add up. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.